So the question is, how much should a man spend on the first date?
First, I don't gauge an amount, and the reason being is because a first date to me could be coffee. It doesn't have to be dinner and a movie. It doesn't have because I'm getting to know you. I might not even want to spend that kind of time with you. I might just want, hey, meet me at the coffee shop on the corner at 12 o'clock on my lunch break, and that'll determine whether I want to go out with you. I don't want anybody wasting their time or their money on me because that might just we be sitting across the table and I really don't want to be there. So let's just do coffee. Let's get a tea, sweet tea, and then I'm good.
Yes.
I don't have a gauge. I mean, I don't say, okay, take me to Ruth Chris on the first date. It can be something simple. I'm not into that because whatever I want to eat, I can buy myself. So it's not like I'm pressed for somebody to feed me. Does that make sense?
Right.
It makes sense. It sounds like it came out that same book that tell y'all don't answer certain questions.
I'm serious.
You might really feel like that. No. You might really feel like that. Matter of fact, all three of y'all might really feel like that. But I know if me and Casey go outside and we was like, hey, I just want to get to know you. Let's have some coffee. And if you broke, just say that. That's the kind of stuff we go hear. So I understand y'all not the 68.2 in that, but I'm just saying that let's just say throw all that to the side. If you just want to go on a cool little date with a dude and you want to do something cool, how much you think is appropriate for him to spend without it being too much?
I mean, I really look like she said, you can even, it could be a picnic or something, but since we're talking about prices and something cool, since stuff ain't really cheap, $100 or more. I mean, and that's minimum.
That's minimum. Yeah,
I mean,
take that much to go outside down too.
On the first date?
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going up.
Man.
We're talking about first date, right?
Yeah.
First date. Yeah. I stick with the coffee because I don't know if I want to be bothered with you that long.
All right. So, Case, how much you think? How much?
Yes,
first of all, answer this: how much you think they want us to spend on the first date, and then how much you think is appropriate for a first date?
I believe that they want us to spend between 120 to 180, somewhere in that price range.
Where are we
going? Because they're going to want to go somewhere where we're dressed up. Like if it's Mobile, y'all probably want to go to Dolphins. Not during lunch, but during evening. Because lunch, you know what I'm saying, you could probably your meal probably be about $50 for the both of y'all. But at dinner time, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive out there because the burger's like $25. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that shoot, man, even with that, even if we ain't talking about the food, you could go to Los Floridas and forgive me if I butchered the name, and you could spend $45 on just your meal, but then I'm gonna give me a drink. I'm gonna give me another drink. I'm gonna give me another drink. That's 30 right now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be like, you know what I'm saying, as the man, you ain't finna be like, well, I'm just gonna sit here and give me, you know what I'm saying, a sweet tea or whatever. You're gonna try to get you a couple of drinks too. You know what I'm saying? So I would say what they would want us to spend would be between 120, 180. I would say realistically on a first date and you're still trying to get to know someone, you can go to some nice Italian restaurants, and I'm not talking about chain restaurants. I'm not talking about like Olive Garden, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I'm not even talking about Carrabba's, but you can go to some nice chain restaurants and your meal together, you know what I'm saying, could probably be around about $60, $70. You know what I'm saying? That's if you're feeling the person. Me on the first date, I don't mind a coffee shop because I've had coffee shop dates where I was like, thank God it was a coffee shop date, because if this was a dinner date, I'd be freaking in purgatory miserable. You know what I'm saying? So, which I went on a tangent about this in the group anyway, about forget how much it costs to go on the first date. Where should we go on the first date? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say y'all won't. That's 120, 180, 150. I say 150 around that area. But generally speaking, I would say guys would say about between 60 and 80. So what that'd be, what, 70? So 70.
Yeah, that's a pretty good number. I would say women expect men to spend about anything from 100 to 300. You know, anything from 100 to 300. But you know that 250 will do. I'm talking about the whole day. But I think what might be like kind of like a good ballpark number for men is about some 75 to 150. So I think that's a pretty good first date. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do a lot of things. Because I mean, you can go eat, but then there's other stuff you got to do after that. I mean, plus anyway, when you go on a date, you got to plan multiple dates. You know, you got to plan like 2 or 3 dates in one date. So you can get by with maybe spending $60 on food or whatever, 70 on food, but then you still going to spend like another 50 on ice cream or just something you're going to spend another 50 on something. So, you know, I think, you know, that number range is pretty good.